You paid for your cruise, so your room, your food, your entertainment, and pretty much the vacation is paid for, right?
Define food.
Oh no.
And drinks.
I don't like where this is going.
You shouldn't. Because being on the ship doesn't mean it's included in your fare.
So before the first charge hits your account, what did your cruise fare buy you?
This is one of the easiest places to get tripped up on your first cruise. Because you didn't just buy transportation.
You bought a vacation, and your fare covers a pretty big chunk of it.
But not everything you see on board comes with that price.
And unfortunately, nobody's standing outside every restaurant with a sign saying, "Matt, you're good. We already got your money."
It's not free.
Included.
Better.
Fine. So let's figure out what you've already paid for and when you're about to spend more. Let's start with the obvious one. Your cabin's included.
That's your room for the cruise. Bed, bathroom, storage, housekeeping, and however much personal space you decided to pay for.
Which can range from, hey, this is pretty nice,
to, if you move, I have to move. You gotta pivot.
interior cabin.
We've been there.
We'll get into cabin types later in Choose Your Cruise. For now, you paid for a room, and that room goes with you for the whole cruise.
Now let's get to the big one. Food.
Yeah. You can get on board, eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
And snacks. And second dinner.
I was getting there. And not pay another charge every time you eat.
Most mainstream ships have several places where food is already part of your fare. Main dining room, also known as MDR. A buffet. Most people think cruises, think buffet. Some casual spots for snacks. It just really depends on the ship.
So you're not getting on board and suddenly finding out, oh, good, I bought the room, now every sandwich is extra.
But some restaurants do cost more.
So here's the line. Food is included. Every food option is not.
You do not need specialty dining just to eat on a cruise.
But don't wander into every restaurant and assuming the bill has already been handled.
Please don't test that.
Okay, food's covered. What am I drinking with it?
Some drinks are included too. You're not getting on board and finding out you have to pay every time you're thirsty.
Good, because that would have been a very short cruise.
What comes with the fare depends on the cruise line, but there are basic drink options you can have without paying each time.
And then there's everything staring at you from behind the bar.
Alcohol, soda on many cruise lines, specialty coffees, bottled drinks. There are plenty of ways to spend more.
So it works a lot like the food. Some drinks are included, every drink is not.
And you don't need a drink package just to have something to drink on board.
Whether a drink package makes sense for you, that's another question.
And trust me, you will get there.
A lot of what you do on board is part of the fare too.
And trust me, we'll get there. Shows, live music, trivia, pools, some activities, but every ship and every cruise line is different.
And you can fill a whole day pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
Eat, go to the pool, see something, sit somewhere with a book, people watch.
Judge people quietly?
I said people watch.
You meant judge.
Maybe. But you don't have to swipe your card every 20 minutes just to find something to do.
Some things will cost more, and that's next lesson territory. But there's plenty of onboard you've already paid for. And don't forget lesson 1. The ship is also moving you from place to place.
While you're eating dinner, it's moving. While you're at a show, moving. While Kat's taking her nap,
Don't drag me into this.
still moving.
You're going from scheduled destination to the next without buying another flight, getting a train ticket, hopping in a rental car, or booking another hotel room.
That's part of the fare too. Your room and your ride are happening at the same time, which is kind of weird when you think of it. There's another piece people don't always think about. You paid to use the ship.
The public spaces, the outdoor decks, lounges, pools, the included entertainment areas, places where you can just sit and hang out.
We already established that the ship is part of the trip, so you're buying more than a bed and a ride.
You're also getting access to a lot of what that ship offers.
And different ships offer very different things.
We're not comparing ships yet.
I know, just checking. So could somebody get on board and have a good cruise without spending money every day?
Absolutely. Sleep in the cabin you've already paid for. Eat at the included restaurants. Drink what's included. Watch the included entertainment. Use the pool. Hang out on the deck. Listen to music.
Eat again.
Obviously.
And then let the ship take you where it's already scheduled to go. There is a real vacation inside that base fare.
Could you personally go the entire cruise without buying anything else?
Absolutely.
Matt,
Theoretically,
there we go.
the cruise line does make spending remarkably easy.
And you have been very supportive of their business.
I'm a giver.
Uh-huh. Let's kill 3 bad assumptions. Food costs extra on cruises.
Not across the board. You have places to eat that are already covered. Some other places cost more.
Nothing to drink is included unless I buy the drink package.
There are basic options included like coffee, tea, and water. The package is all about the other stuff you may want.
And once I've paid the fare, everything on board is included.
Definitely not. And that one's about to become very important. Your fare may cover everything you need to take the cruise. That doesn't mean it covers everything you want.
And you might be perfectly happy with included restaurants. Someone I know wants specialty dining.
Same with drinks. Someone I know. What comes with the fare may be perfectly fine for some, and others not so much.
Or you want cocktails, soda, some specialty coffees, whatever makes the cruise yours.
Neither person is doing it right or wrong. The problem is looking at the advertised price and assuming your version of the cruise is sitting inside that number.
Because that's when a cheap cruise can stop being cheap pretty damn fast. So when you see a cruise price, don't just look at that number. Ask, what am I getting for that?
A room, transportation between the scheduled ports, places to eat, some drinks, a lot of things to do, and a lot of the ship itself.
Then ask, could I be happy with that?
If yes, that base fare might take you a long way.
If no, that's fine too. You just know the number on the screen probably isn't going to be your final number.
Your cruise fare buys the foundation of the vacation.
It does not buy everything on the ship.
So let's see what's stuck. Cruise IQ questions. True or false? You have to buy specialty dining if you want to eat meals on a cruise.
False. There are places to eat that are already included, and a lot of them are really good, by the way. Number 2, true or false? If some drinks are included in your cruise fare, every drink on board is included.
I wish. False. You've got included options, but plenty of drinks can cost extra. Last one. What's the best way to think about your base cruise fare? A, everything you see on board is included. B, you're paying for a room and transportation. C, it gives you the foundation of a cruise with other things available for an extra charge. Or D, almost nothing is included.
How come I don't get another true false? It is C. It gives you the foundation of the cruise. Other things are available for an extra charge. So now let's find out if you survived childhood. You're thirsty at a friend's house. Where are you getting your water? A, filtered refrigerator dispenser. B, your handy Stanley cup. C, the garden hose. Or D, bottled alkaline water.
Ooh, this one, garden hose. And somehow it always tasted like
Hose.
Yeah, exactly. One more. Your parents said there's no food at home. What did that mean? A, a meal kit was waiting. B, they ordered DoorDash. C, figure it out. Or D, check the family meal planning app.
That's definitely a C, figure it out type scenario.
And somehow we did.
Savages.
So your fare already bought you a real vacation. Which leaves you one fairly obvious question. What the hell are people spending all that extra money on?
There it is. Because once you're on board, you're going to see plenty that isn't part of the base price.
Alcohol, soda, specialty drinks, specialty restaurants, Wi-Fi, excursions, photos, spa treatments.
And that's nowhere near the whole list.
So that cruise advertised for $5.99?
It may still be a $5.99 cruise.
Or the cruise you want could cost you a whole lot more.
And that's why the next question matters. You need to know where the base fare stops before you start adding everything else.
Because the worst extra charge isn't always the biggest one. It's the one you didn't know was coming. So next, what isn't included in your cruise fare?
Click that one before the $599 cruise mysteriously becomes the $1,200 cruise.
Ask me how I know.